Alrighty then. Welcome to the Retirement Railroad. Friday Live. And mail call. So my co-host is down in the basement. Or maybe I should start calling him Sidekick. It's a little inside joke from Vinny's live stream last Friday. So without further ado, let me bring him on up here. There he is. Hey, John.
How's it going?
Good. Hey, John. Mystic John. All right. Let me see here.
You have something for John, right?
I do. I just gotta find it.
Yeah, it was fun on Vinny's Friday night last week. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time doing it. So if Vinny asks any of you all to be on his Friday night as his not his sidekick, but his guest, do it. It's fun. Really fun.
All right. So, as another inside joke, some people may have noticed my Tuesday live stream. I had some different intro music and dedicated to Mystic John. So, just to carry it on, here we go. Maybe. Okay, I can't play it too long because I don't have the rights to it. So you only can play it. You can only play it for about 15 seconds before they slap your hand.
And Mystic
So
is honored.
That was for you, John.
So another week of not working on the train layout too much for me. Been trying to work outside, get things done before it starts warming up, and the ticks and the chiggers and the snakes come out. So got a lot of work done down there. But I have started purchasing some wood to do the next section of my layout, so I can get going on that. And as I was telling you earlier, Steve, I did place an order with Microengineering to get some of the turnouts that I need for completing my yard. I had ordered them. Oh, it's been over 2 years ago now that I ordered them through my hobby shop Zitnex down in Park. And they haven't been able. Well, they got half my order. Of course, half the order wasn't going to do what I wanted to do. So I called up there. I guess it was yesterday, and they were actually just running a set of the ladder track system. So I called right at the right time, and I should have them early to mid-May, so not bad.
Yeah, there you go.
And they don't even make you prepay for them, which is nice.
That's good.
So hopefully I'll have the board up and things ready to start the yard that I want to have. And it'll be, let's see, it'll be along this wall over here to the side, so that'll be my longest run that I can have a yard in. And then the small town scene and train station will be on the other side there.
Yeah.
So
you can see the hole for the turntable.
Yeah, there's still a hole there. Yeah. As I said, I haven't done much. I've got my camera sort of fixed now, so I can't move it easily. But I have set out most of my industry buildings slash train engine yard accessories up there to see where I want to run the internal tracks for turnouts and sidings. And I'll be moving them around. I'm taking the Jason Jensen mode of construction. Build stuff, put it out, move it around 5 or 6 times until you figure out where you want it.
See, I'm just the opposite. I had a vision of what I wanted and built for a specific area.
Yeah, well, yours is more proto-representative than mine is.
Correct. You're more freelance.
I'm just freelance, yeah. Go with the flow.
So I got 4 trains, well, 3 trains and a trolley.
Don't hear anything.
I have the
Sound
2
off?
sound locomotives. Yeah, I got them muted.
But now,
Otherwise it
you
gets,
were telling me earlier that you think you have figured out what's wrong with your E8s.
Yes. 2 things. Or it could have been 3 things. Common factors between all my Proto 2000 E8s were upgraded sound files and sound volumes turned all the way up. Okay. So I went back to the default sound files, the Digitrax default files, and then I turned the volume, the master volume control down substantially because they were way too loud anyway. And then I cleaned the wheels as well. And that seems to have done the trick because they're all but one are running. If you remember the Pennsy E8 I had, I put a Keep Alive in it because I kept having problems with it. And I continued to have problems with it. And so I probably needed a new decoder. I probably zapped it at one point or another. And so I'll put a new decoder in it and rewire it. So, but they're all the rest of the E8s are running. They're not running right. I've got an E7 running, which is a Bachmann. It's not one of the Pro 2000s.
Yeah.
I've got a pair of Proto 2000 Jeeps. One's a Jeep 7, one's a Jeep 30, pulling the Santa Fe, pulling freight.
Yeah. I did start some little projects of painting some structures, primed the back in black, and got the
Hey, Mom and
red.
son.
So
Hey, Roy.
I'm doing little things at a time, not much, but little. I'll get going here soon.
Hey, Mike. Across the pond. Put in a junction. We can wave back, Mom. All right.
So,
So
well, you go ahead.
I'm just piddling. I'm still working on the Scratch Bash series of building Chicago. I've got some of the wall sections fabricated, embraced, waiting to cut out. I got to cut in the windows
Mm-hmm.
and then apply the veneer, so to speak, to them.
Now, are you going to cut out all those windows or just a few?
I don't know. I'm going to cut out a few, all right, and see how it looks because I'm not sure on the cardstock whether I'll cut the window, all right, and then fold the flaps in and then um, put the real windowsill and glass in it. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's kind of going to be a trial and error. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
I
at,
would think,
at,
Steve. Whoop, go ahead.
at first, I'll probably just cut the windows out and put the cardstock over it and see what the light bleed through looks like. Um, and if I'm not getting enough light, and I probably won't because it is cardstock, then I can go back and try the folding, slicing and folding it in and put the real frame in.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
And you may want to try this. Just think about if you cut the window opening too large, you may get a light glow around the outside of the window. So you know how
Although I always cut small because you can always file or Dremel out what additionally you need.
okay.
So
You
that's
know
not a
how I am
concern.
on light bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. uh,
I've been impressed with running the trains without much issues. Now, the two Santa Fe's, the GP7 and 30, come uncoupled every now and then. For the most part, they're running problem free. And of course, the bi-levels, they always run great.
yeah.
Oh, I was going to show you the other one, though. Let me switch cameras here for a minute.
Now you were also telling me about the one passenger car that you were having trouble with.
Yeah, we already went through that on the wheels, all the gunk on the wheels.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's all fixed. Just you used the term like a retread. When I pulled it off and started looking, I mean, it looked fine. Didn't look dirty because it was a plastic. It's an Athearn where one side's metal and one side's plastic. And the plastic side looks fine, but I started with my fingernail on it, and hell, it was peeling off like you mentioned, like a retread. It was so dirty. And so I got that all cleaned up, and that solved its derailing problem. So, what was I going to do? Oh, I missed out on what I was going to do.
good morning, hi.
Hey, hi. Let me pull this train in the yard. When it comes back around. I haven't had the lift out section back in since before Christmas, so I'm going to put that back in and run the other side of the layout.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Somebody
that
see
was.
Jack?
I think I saw him there. I know people.
Hey, Jack.
Oh, he's got his N scale running now.
Jack. Yeah, I was watching it the other day. I'm going to take these names off. everybody knows who we are by this point in time, I would think.
Jack, what type of good decoders are you putting in your Engage? I know a lot of the Engage, you can get those DCC boards that you have to split your engine and drop it in and put it back together. I think that'd be a little more difficult than what I'd want to do. But I guess, for small engines like that, what else do you do?
Well, it would be impossible for me because I wouldn't be able to see it.
Well, that's why I kind of do HO also.
Yeah, so I can bring out that other one.
Steve, you've created a little
I know.
problem. Container Man doesn't know what's going on.
Well, what's wrong, Roy?
He's probably locked in a container someplace and can't see out.
What's on what panel? Well, you're seeing John on the right, little one, and then the other's me.
Yeah, he's making a joke because you said you were going to take off the names because everybody knew who was on here. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. All right, now.
Who are the two old guys? Well, they're still not dead yet, guys.
Yeah. All right, so we can release that one, and we want 99.48 maybe?
I don't think Mystic was joking, though. It is two old guys. What are you trying to do, Steve?
I'm trying to bring out the other.
Okay, well, we only have an hour and a half live stream. You need to step it up a bit. Jack, I'm trying to figure out what Steve's trying to do also. I don't think he's tearing anything up yet, but
I'm bringing out a different train.
He may run it off the end of something, but
Maybe.
Well, Container Man, we're both retired. I'm retired now, too. All I do is work on my own property.
We did our time.
Yes.
Paid our dues. I said I had all these E8s fixed. Now I can't get this one to run.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's because you're live.
Well,
no, Jack, he does have some things working. If you look in the bottom left-hand screen of his layout, he's got the street engine running up and down the back street there. So it's running.
I hit my keys. Now my car is beeping.
Yeah, Mystic was
Hang on.
correct.
I'll be back. Which hot car is it?
Steve set his car alarm off on his car. These old guys, they just can't handle this newfangled stuff. They don't understand it.
Well, I'm back. I leaned on my keys and set all the horns on my cars off. So.
At least in this scene, also you see Lake Michigan, where you're going to have your train running along the edge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreams. I'm gonna have to take that apart again.
It's always something, isn't it?
Now it's trying to run. Well, let's try a different train.
Well, he has sound.
Not for long. Okay. Now I got them racing. So, what I missed? Hey, Steven, the plumber.
Oh, everybody just talking about old guys.
Yeah. Old guys. That would be us. All right. This one's been having a little bit of an issue I need to address.
So, Stephen, what size is your tree house? Yeah, hi, there's always something little that needs to be adjusted after you start actually running trains on them.
Yeah, in fact, I had to adjust the bridge connection. I'll show you. Right here, make an adjustment this morning. My problem is with the temperature and humidity swings, and all these joints from the tilt up to walkthroughs, etc. I'm constantly having to realign stuff.
Well, and then I'm sure, temperature change also wreaks
Yes,
havoc on a lot.
definitely. And little street runner still running, the trolley's still going. All right, everything's running. Let's go back to the sides.
Oh, so your tree house is on your train layout. Okay, I thought you were talking about a real tree house, but that's cool. 1x2. That'd be some tiny, tedious work trying to get it around a tree.
Well, one of the things I did was I went into all the cameras and put where they are. So when I talk about stuff, people can see. Like the camera that's on me right now is Donner's Grove turntable, which is there behind me. Interesting fun fact was there was a turntable, but there was no roundhouse. Poetic license.
Yeah, we can do what we want. It's our railroad. Yeah.
Yeah, the E8 that's running right there was one of the ones I had problems with. Seems to be doing fine now. I think I'll park the commuter and bring out the Blackhawk. Or the Zelda. Or the Blackhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go through and adjust all my KV coupler pins. Just because of all the undulations in my layout and elevation changes. They were snaggy.
I remember a few uncouplings I had there because of those scale heads I had on my couplers.
Yeah, those are unforgiving, that's for sure.
Yes, they were. But see, I won't have that problem on my layout because it's all one
flat.
level. Yep. Now, when I go to do the train shed, I'm going to have elevation changes. I'll probably have a helix to go up to the second level and see what it's like then. But I'll make sure I don't use any of those scale head couplers. They're fine if you're flat and level, but unless you make those change the elevation so gradual at that intersection point, too easy to uncouple there.
Oops, wrong one.
Well, JB's gonna go have some lunch. Have a good lunch, JB.
All right, JB.
Yeah, peace out, JB. Peace out.
Hey, Digger.
You're in the way. Yeah. The dog had to see what was going on.
All right. So now we're bringing out the Zephyr.
Yeah, he's an old dog, but he's a good boy. He likes watching trains. Oh, hey, Sparky, I see you snuck in too.
Hey, Sparky. I only have one. There. Now you can listen to the Sparky.
Well, I don't know how old the dog is. He's anywhere between 10 and 14. Long story on him. My daughter got him at a pound that he had been there for 3 years, and they didn't have much information on him, and we've had him 5 years now, so he's getting old. He's one reason why I made my layout so high. He likes to get up on counters and grab a full bag of potato chips and eat them while I'm outside. So, yeah, good reason to have the layout higher.
That'll be cool, Sparky. How many people you anticipating? Now, if we want to drive Mystic John a little bit crazy. Running music. Sparky, I always have a spare bedroom. Come on down, run some trains. My last train crew abandoned me and moved north.
Yes. Yes, it was all because of you, Steve. Had to get away.
Well, you missed it earlier, Hi. I did do 15 seconds of Scratch Bash Fever. Why is there music playing? The music is playing just for Mystic John. All right, there it goes. I turned the music off. I think it's great train music.
Yeah. But I'd still rather hear trains. Yeah, I know when I get mine back up and running, some of them will have to lower the volume on most of them. Probably go down to 50% on the sound.
Yeah, you know, I used to, John, as you know, John, I used to like them loud. Not anymore.
Yeah, especially if you have multiple trains running on a small layout like ours. So face it, we do have small layouts. Mine's smaller than yours, but you know it's in a small room that you get too many engines going, and the sounds they overlap, and you really can't tell which engine it's coming from. So I'm gonna turn all mine way down. But hopefully by next Friday I'll have another section put up if the weather will cooperate with me. I tend not to want to do too much cutting inside the house. So
there's a story behind Mystic and the music that he and I only know. And those that were in I think it was a live stream that day. Or it could have been a premiere. Might have been a premiere. I don't know. It don't matter. So, John, what did you get this week?
Well, I did get a package.
You did?
I did.
Is it the same package I got?
Most likely, mine is from Canada.
Yeah, Canada. That's a new one. It's Canada, John.
Canada. Yeah. Got my mini prints for the month, and this month has actually a little theme to it. It's got a bird watcher with binoculars and accoutrements that go with the bird watcher, such as bird houses, bird feeders. It's got some birds. Then we go in the line of, a couple of roadkills. We do have some, looks like squirrels and armadillo. I don't know. I have to put my glasses on to see the ones. But nice little kit. I mean, this would work on really anybody's layout. Plus, he did send a couple of the lions also.
Those lions are like statues.
Right. Like entry to... You can put them on the entryway to your post office or your train station on either side. main
The train
stair.
station possibly, but post office doesn't have stock for it. They're iconic at the Art Institute in Chicago on Michigan Avenue.
Okay. And then most of them, I need like, when you go in HO, I can't even imagine these in Engage.
It'd be like specks of dust.
Yeah, so there's some tiny birds on with the with the lions in that bag, and I can't even tell what they are.
And it's got the bird watcher guy too.
Yeah, yeah. I started out with the bird watcher, so yeah, a neat little pack. I mean, I can use all of it. It's
Cool.
yeah.
One of the things I did this week. Let me change cameras. Where'd the camera go? Oh.
So now I got 2 boxes of mini prints. I really need to start getting painting on them. I know you've got quite a few, Steve, that you haven't even started yet.
Oh yeah, I know. The only mini prints I've started on are the ones that came all back in that I used for the Backwoods Bordello contest in June, July, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what I'm working on here.
I'm sure everybody's happy just looking at me, but
yeah, I'm going to change it here in a second. I'm just setting it up. Switching over to me. Okay. One of the things, well, God, 6 months or so ago, Caboose Top Hobbies, I bought a couple of signal bridge kits. Atlas, the cheap little signal bridge kits, signal bridge kits, and they're for 2 tracks. Well, my Downers Grove Fairview right there that I'm showing is a transition to another scene, and that hole in the wall of the desk actually has always been kind of a sore spot for me. So I took one of the signal bridges and I modified it and made it for 3 track this week. And set that in there like that, so it kind of helps.
yeah,
Camouflage it a little bit.
mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Steve.
So. Anyway.
It's one of those things. Coming over and running trains with you, I would have never seen that back there anyway. But I'm sure
you don't unless
you knew it was there.
Well, the only time you see it is if I'm doing cab ride videos.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. But anyway, so did that. Those were my things I piddled with this week. And
well, you did add something on this scene. Don't think you went over that.
Huh?
You did
Oh yeah,
add
yeah, yeah.
something on this scene.
I did. Hang on a second. Let me get this camera back. All right. This back scene here. I think I went over this last week. I added a uh, N scale backdrop on there to give the picture of buildings off in the distance. And then I came in between the bridge girder and the back scene, I added some clump foliage to make it look like there's trees there on the north approach to Union Station. So, again, the help of that transition from one scene to another. You know, it is what it is. It's um, not perfect, but you know, it helps soften the blow, so to speak, soften the
It looks
transition.
good, Steve. Looks good.
Yeah, and Ray, it's yeah, Roy. I'm in the Tampa area, southeast side of the bay, uh, Riverview, Apollo Beach area. So, and as I've said before, anybody that's ever in the area wants to stop by, let me know. More than welcome to host. Uh, you're never going to hide it areas like that, I don't think. But if you could soften the transition, um, that's all I try to accomplish. I don't have the room to have a gentle transition from one scene to the next. So my layout is a series of uh, dioramas, so to speak, stuck together. So.
Well, Steve, I'm gonna have to call today. I've got company here.
All right. Well,
Enjoy
glad you could
coming
make it,
on.
John.
Yeah, and thank you all for all your comments, especially old people, old guy stuff. I appreciate that. It's good to be old. Beats the alternative. And y'all have a great day.
All right, John. You take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Righty then. And we can change back. Let's see like that. The yeah, it's whatever works. Whatever that we enjoy, right? So we've been running well today, even though I am in a live stream. How's our industrial? Aurora Industrial run? Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's still running back there. Little switcher. Little Plymouth is doing its job with that cement car. Like John, I also got my mini prints, except he gets his a day before I get mine. Um, being in Florida, I guess it takes longer. Mini prints, mini prints. Got 8 months worth I need to paint and get on the layout. we're going to pull the Zephyr in. And we're going to pull the North Coast Limited in. Oops, overshot it. Back her up. All right, so now I can bring that one back out. Which is, so release that. Gonna release that. For different trains, hang tight. Alrighty then. Ooh, ah. This one acts like it's got to warm up or something. So let's go back to chat. No, Bernard, you did not miss my mail call, other than you missed John's mail call. He got his mini prints, and so did I, so it wasn't worth both of us saying the same thing. I have a schedule, but I don't run according to the schedule. Hi. Roy, you on 315, you were in Palmetto. You went within 3 miles of my house. I guarantee you. You came down I-75. All right. And Palmetto is 20, 25 miles south of me, maybe. All right. You went right by the Apollo Beach exit, which is where I live. And I told you before, if you're in the Tampa area, let me know. Yes, you did miss the musical interlude, Bernard. Well, now I'm having problems with this email. Huh. I got sound, but it's just not running. It's got to be a decoder. Got to be. Something with the motor control. Let's try resetting power. There it goes. Huh. Well, that was weird. Well, that didn't work so pissing good. I'm getting frustrated. All right. Ruskin Rust area is 8 miles from me, Roy. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. I have a runaway? Run, 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 run. Yeah, I do, don't I? I'm paying attention to it. Black Hawk. You didn't know I told you. Told you a month ago, Roy. Like exit 242 or 246, something like that. Big Bend. The power, you can see the power plant off to the west. You not only drove by it once, you probably drove by it twice. Hey, Robert. Well, Roy, I will send you my address and phone number. If you got your email on your YouTube channel. Something about this one. Makes me mad. Got a keyboard. I maybe I should drop it in this one. Up 27, boy, you took a roundabout route, boy. Jim Tedesco over in Sebring? Okay. Yeah, going through South Mississippi. Yeah, you would have been right by Brian's. See, I always thought you stayed basically Midwest to West. I didn't know you even came down this way. Yes, Tom and Debbie live in Sebring as well, or near Sebring. – Oh, runaway engine again. There's a couple of springs. Kind of look at it. It looks good. Tight tights. Oh, Blackhawks running now. Like I said, sometimes they just need to warm up. Okay, so I did have another mail call this week, and I don't know how many people have choppers. Choppers. I picked this one up a couple years ago on eBay, and been real happy with it. But I always thought, I should probably change the blade, the cutter, and all they are is safety blades. So I started looking, and I had the old blade, had the brand name, so I went, and you got to order them in packs of 50. So I now have a lifetime supply of chopper blades. Luckily, it also works in my widget. Widget, you say? Yes, widget. Okay. Which is a great scraper. I've had this one for 20 plus years, probably 30 years, and works great. And this is probably only the second and third blade that's ever been in there. So anyway, I got those. And next week, I'll be really excited. Yeah, I know I can get them at the grocery store, but to get them at the grocery store, Robert, you got to get in your car and drive to the grocery store. And that's my wife does the grocery shopping. Speaking of wife, so last Saturday, my wife and I were out walking, collecting signatures for HOA amendment vote, and we were walking up to a house, and all of a sudden I hear my wife scream behind me. I turn around, and she's on the ground. Honey, are you okay? The answer was no. And y'all may recall she had a right knee replacement back in October. So we were afraid that she screwed up her knee replacement, which has been healing, which has done great, by the way. She was way ahead of the recovery curve right up until Saturday. So she made an appointment, and for Tuesday, as early as she can get in to see her orthopedic. We go there, and they take x-rays and everything. And they said, yep. Good news is the knee's in perfect shape. All right. Come along nicely. Nothing's out of line. That's great. The bad news is you broke your hip. And then they said, the good news is you don't need a hip replacement. We just need to put some screws in it. So we said, okay, when do we get to schedule that for? They said, oh, no, you don't understand. You're going to the emergency room right now. So off it was an emergency room. 8 hours later, they finally had her admitted into a room. And then the next day, they did her surgery, which took all of 30 minutes. I swear to God, I was with her when they wheeled her off. I'm sitting out in the waiting room, and here comes the doctor. Everything went great. All right, 30 minutes. I was amazed. So, and she's up walking around. She's got a walker, but she's walking around. Hey, Edward. Yes, Robert. When you get to be my age, you're entitled to be lazy. And remember, you're right behind me. So, But I've been busy this week. That's why another reason why I didn't go to the grocery store. So. She's doing great. Hi, thanks for asking. She's got a walker, but she's walking around, and she's the sacristan at the Catholic Church, so we had to go over there this morning, and she had to. It's Lent. She's got all this stuff going on. I wouldn't let her work, but she was, giving directions on what people needed to be doing. So those are my two big items. Anyway, I started to mention next week. I got something on order. Should have them in and mounted in place by next Friday. And I'm not going to say what they are, but it's something I've been looking forward to doing for a while now. And it will help me immensely. Yeah, Bernard. She's a South Texas girl, and I'm a northern city boy from Chicago, so I always outwalk her. And because Texas, it was a nice slow pace, which Robert can attest to. And in Chicago, if I walked as slow as she did, I'd freeze in place in January, or so the story goes. And but now, prior to the fall, with her new knee, she was keeping up to me and oftentimes surpassing me. So I've been really, really impressed. So, yeah, make sure the walker does not run away. Yes, absolutely, Hi. Absolutely. Okay, so the C7 hauling the Burlington Blackhawk got off to a slow start, but see now it's running perfect. So sometimes maybe they just got to warm up. Signs are on. No, I'm not playing. She'll be off that walker soon. When she had the knee replacement, she quit using the walker after about a week and went to a cane. And 2 weeks after that, she threw the cane away, so and was walking fine. And I hear stories of people taking 6 months to a year to recover from a total knee replacement. She's a month and a half doing sprints. So. Do I have the sound of an FA2? No, because I don't have any FAs. Hey, Dave, how you doing? I had some what are they, 567 turbos or non-turbos? I can't remember, turbos or non-turbos. Prime movers. I had sound files for those loaded in my e-music, so I backed all those out. These are the default Digitrax GP38 sound files. So like I said, I'm not a prototypical modeler, I'm a proto representative that has a diesel sound. Hey, great. The only thing I like is I do like the Alco files. I think those are pretty cool. But an Alco in an EMD would be kind of silly. Although there are EMDs and Alcos. A lot of Alcos got rebuilt with EMD motor diesels. Ooh, I got a runaway engine here. And it pulls in the Union Station. Oops, too far. Back her on up. There we go. Kill the bell. Oh, my earbud fell out. All right. Well, I think heck, Roy, I'll come over to that Ruskin Rest area and pick you up. So that's not a problem. There's no place to park a truck anywhere near where I live. So. No, hi. It is actually not too short. The loading for that observation there is the door on the front of that train is right at the end of the platform. And actually, there's more. There's another 4 inches on the other side. So it is, those platforms were set up for 7 72-foot passenger cars. I will, Roy. Once the stream's over, I will send it to you on the phone number. So, all right, folks, we are at, where are we at? almost an hour and 20. So, absolutely, Roy. And even if it's early, early morning, because I'm normally awake by 3 or 4 o'clock in the mornings. So, uh, like there's a Bob Evans at the Ruskin exit. Go over and have breakfast or something. Pick you up at the rest area, and you go if you don't have a whole lot of time. So that way it doesn't affect your hours of service. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Friday Live. Stay tuned Tuesday for another episode in Scratch Bash Fever with music dedicated to Mystic John. All right. So with that, we change cameras. Damn, I'm behind the 8 ball here, aren't I? Here we are. With that, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all later. Bye.